Hello, my name is Tiffany Levosky. I first went to the Methodist Family Health homes when I was 15 years old. I was there until I was 18. I graduated out of the Methodist system. When I first arrived at the Methodist system, I was very young, very confused. I had been in foster care for many, many years before this, but I was explained that it was a behavioral home, so I was confused why I was there. I shortly learned that I was angry at the world, angry at everything that had happened and had happened to me. The Methodist system really kind of turned that around. They teach you how to accept responsibility for what you've done so that when you become an adult, you already have that knowledge that, you know, every decision that you make has a consequence, whether it's a positive or a negative. You choose the behavior, you choose the consequence. And that is something that I passed on to my own children as well. I think it really helped me see that I was in the system specifically because not that I was a bad kid, but I was making decisions that weren't desirable decisions, and they would lead to negative behavior or negative consequences, even though I didn't see it that way, which most 15-year-olds do not see it that way. The Methodist system really helped me see that I had more value to myself than I expected. It helps, you understand who you are as a person, and it helps build that self-esteem that you are worth something. You do matter to someone. For someone who was in foster care for 10 plus years, you really start to feel like you don't matter to anybody. So that was really, really beneficial for me to have, not only a group home staff, but a foster home staff that showed me that there was love and care, and it didn't take bending over backwards to earn that. You come in and they truly do care about you and your well-being. They have a different way of going about it. Obviously, they have a teaching model that is not necessarily normal, but it really is a system that teaches you to be an adult, to understand what life is going to be like afterwards, which was something I did not know. And like I said, I've passed this on to my kids. I use a lot of the teaching models with my children. I don't do it the way, of course, that the homes do it, but I do teach them that every behavior has a consequence. You choose that behavior, you choose the consequence, whether it's going to be positive or negative. That is your choice. I teach them to accept responsibility, and it's just those small things that I feel are going to make them better adults because they have that ability to do those things. I am married. I have 3 children. I have 3 boys. I have, 2 dogs. We recently moved to Texas. My husband was in the military, so he retired here in Texas. We bought our first house. I'm currently going to college for my master's degree in social work at UTA. I graduated with honors with my bachelor's from Kansas State University. I feel that without those values that I was given through the Methodist system, I don't believe that I would be where I am. I've had a lot of support through it. I am still supported by people at Methodist through my journey. So I feel like that has played a huge part in my belief and my self-esteem that I can do it and I will do it. At first, I did not know what I wanted to do when I got out of high school. I didn't go to college right off. It took me several years. I already had 2 kids when I decided to go back to college. I decided to do social work because, as some of us already know, we don't always have a positive experience while in foster care. So I kind of wanted to see, not from the foster child's point of view, but from the caseworker's point of view of why that is. My ultimate goal, however, is to get accepted into the PhD program at UTA so that I can get my PhD. And to teach social work on a college level, I want to help our next generation of social workers understand from every point of view what they can do to help these kids who feel lost and feel unloved and feel that they're just going to be lost in the system forever. They're never going to be able to make something of themselves. And I want them to be able to teach them that that is not true, that you have every possibility to do something. You have every possibility to go from being, on the streets at 18 because you have no family to go to being successful, to owning your own home, to working a great job, making a life of yourself. Just because you're in foster care, that does not determine what you're going to be in the future, because you are worth making something of yourself. Some of the advice that I can give to kids that are in the Methodist system is soak it up. Take it in, really, really listen to it. I know the teaching method can be frustrating at times. I know that it can make no sense sometimes, but really listen to it and understand that everything that they teach you is worth it. It is usable information. You will use that information for the rest of your life. It's not like math. You will use it. Just really, really understand that that is there to help you. It's not there to harm you. It's not there to make you mad. It really is there to teach you how to become a better person. And some kids that come into foster care don't have that ability or that knowledge of how to have values and morals. And some of them don't know how to use a spoon, when they eat. And all of these teachings will lead you to a point where you can be a valuable human being as an adult. And I think that's kind of where they are. They understand that, foster kids, we are the ones who need that more than anybody. And although we don't agree with it necessarily by the time we get to this home, but it really is very, very beneficial information. One thing that I want people who are watching this video to remember is these kids feel like they have nothing. From the moment they are taken away from their family, they feel like it's their fault. I want the kids to understand it is not your fault. You did absolutely nothing to cause this. Do not allow yourself to get stuck. Come up from it. Everybody can come up. You're at the lowest point of your life. Just go up from there. Take advantage of everything that you possibly can. Take advantage of being able to go to college, make something of yourself. Even if you don't know what you want to do, get your basics. I want foster kids to understand that they have so much worth and knowledge that you don't even understand that you have. You have more life experience than most people by the time that they die. I want you to understand that that is valuable information. You can use that to teach others, and you can use that to become a role model for others. Maybe not what you want to do, but you are capable of doing anything that you want to. And I want people who are not foster kids to understand that this needs to be taught to these children. They need to understand that they are worth something, and that at the end of the day, they are not a product of a foster home. They are amazing people, and they are capable of doing amazing things. So I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to listen to this, and I hope that you guys have a blessed day.